Ever pondered about the levels of carcinogens in your favorite drinks and foods? This question might seem a bit daunting, but believe it or not, the presence of carcinogens in various popular drinks and foods is a reality we need to confront. To understand this better, let's start by discussing what carcinogens are. Simply put, carcinogens are substances that have the potential to cause cancer in living tissues. This is a broad category that includes many different substances, including chemicals, certain types of radiation, and even some viruses. Now you might be asking, how do these carcinogens end up in our food and drinks? Well, some carcinogens are naturally occurring, while others are the result of human activities. For instance, certain cooking methods can create carcinogens, and some food processing techniques can introduce them. It's worth noting that just because a substance is a carcinogen doesn't automatically mean it will cause cancer. The situation is far more complex and depends on factors like the amount of exposure and an individual's susceptibility. We're not alone in this exploration. Respected agencies like the American Cancer Society and the International Agency for Research on Cancer are dedicated to studying and providing information about known and probable human carcinogens. Their research aids in understanding how we can minimize our exposure and ultimately safeguard our health. But it's not all doom and gloom. Awareness is the first step towards protection. Knowing which foods and drinks contain carcinogens enables us to make informed decisions about our diet. Remember, not all exposure to carcinogens can be avoided, but we can certainly take steps to reduce it. Now let's delve deeper into the world of popular beverages and their carcinogen content. You might be sipping more than just your favorite drink. As we delve into the hidden dangers in popular drinks, we find a startling amount of carcinogens. Substances capable of causing cancer in living tissues lurking in our daily beverages. Coffee, soda, and alcohol. Some of our most consumed drinks are not as innocent as they seem. Aspartame is commonly found in Diet Coke. Trident gum and tabletop sweeteners like NutraSweet and Equal can be carcinogenic, according to latest research. Let's take a look at coffee first. A morning staple for many, coffee has been under the research lens for its acrylamide content. This chemical, which forms when coffee beans are roasted, has been classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. While the levels of acrylamide in coffee are relatively low, regular consumption can lead to cumulative exposure. Next, we have soda, the sweet, fizzy drink that's a favorite at parties and gatherings, but behind its enticing flavors hides a potential danger, 4-methylimidazole or 4-MEI. This caramel-colored compound used in many dark-colored sodas has been identified by the National Toxicology Program as a possible human carcinogen. Regular consumption of such drinks can lead to increased exposure to this compound. Finally, let's talk about alcohol. While some may argue about the health benefits of moderate alcohol consumption, the hard truth is that all types of alcoholic drinks contain ethanol, a substance proven to be carcinogenic. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified ethanol in alcoholic beverages as a Group 1 carcinogen, which means it's a confirmed danger to human health. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but the drinks we love may not love us back in the same way. Research findings from reputable agencies like the International Agency for Research on Cancer and the National Toxicology Program shed light on these hidden dangers, urging us to reconsider our beverage choices. Quenching your thirst could be riskier than you thought. What about the food we consume daily? As we move to the next scene, let's turn our attention from what we drink to what we eat and examine the carcinogens that might be hiding in our daily diet. Are you munching on more than just your favorite snack? It may be a startling question to consider, but the truth is many of the foods that we enjoy on a daily basis may contain carcinogens, substances that can lead to cancer. Take processed meats, for instance. These are a staple in many diets, from the bacon in your morning breakfast to the hot dogs at your summer barbecues. However, according to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, processed meats have been classified as Group 1 carcinogens. This means there is sufficient evidence to show they can cause cancer in humans. The culprits, compounds called nitrites and nitrates, which are used to preserve these meats, but can form cancer-causing substances in our bodies. Moving on to another crowd favorite, Chips. They're the perfect companion for your movie nights or mid-afternoon cravings. But did you know they could potentially carry a carcinogen called acrylamide? This substance forms when foods high in starch, like potatoes, are cooked at high temperatures. The National Toxicology Program has classified acrylamide as a probable human carcinogen, based on studies in laboratory animals. Even certain fruits and vegetables are not exempt from this list. Some, like celery, peaches and strawberries, can contain high levels of pesticides which, when consumed in large quantities, could potentially increase our risk of cancer. Of course, this doesn't mean we should stop eating fruits and vegetables altogether. Rather, it's a reminder to choose organic produce whenever possible and to always wash our produce thoroughly before consumption. Carcinogens in our food can be a daunting topic to broach, but it's important to remember that knowledge is power. By being aware of the potential risks associated with certain foods, we can make more informed decisions about our diet and overall health. After all, as the saying goes, you are what you eat. It's not just about what's tasty, but also about what's healthy. Scene script. Let's decipher the implications of these carcinogens on our health. Carcinogens are stealthy assailants, hiding in our daily food and drinks, potentially posing a significant risk to our health. But how does regular exposure to these substances translate into increased cancer risk? Consider this. According to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, nearly 1 in 3 deaths from non-melanoma skin cancer is caused by working under the sun. What does this tell us? It speaks volumes about the power of prolonged exposure. Just as the sun, a natural element, can lead to such dire consequences, so can the carcinogens in our daily diet, when consumed regularly over a long period. The American Cancer Society, a respected institution in the field of cancer research, also echoes these findings. They provide extensive resources on known and probable human carcinogens, emphasizing the importance of awareness and vigilance. It's crucial to remember that these institutions do not determine if something causes cancer, but they rely on the determinations of other esteemed agencies such as the International Agency for Research on Cancer and the U.S. National Toxicology Program. The National Toxicology Program, a federal government initiative, provides scientific information on potentially hazardous substances. They've evaluated over 2,800 environmental substances for potential human health effects. This exhaustive research helps us understand the magnitude of the situation, the sheer number of substances that could potentially harm us. But what does this mean for us, for you and me? It means that every day we are exposed to a cocktail of potential carcinogens, from the food we eat to the drinks we consume. It's not about immediate effects, but the cumulative impact over time. It's about understanding that these risks are real and acknowledging that our choices matter. Awareness is the first step towards prevention, but how can we reduce our exposure to these carcinogens? Scene script. Here's how you can cut down on carcinogens in your everyday life. A healthier lifestyle starts with awareness and making informed choices, especially when it comes to what we put in our bodies. Cutting down on carcinogens in popular drinks and foods is one of the ways we can reduce the risks associated with them. Let's start with drinks. Instead of reaching out for that daily cup of coffee or soda, consider switching to green tea or herbal infusions. These are not only refreshing but also loaded with antioxidants that help in fighting off harmful substances in the body. When it comes to alcohol, moderation is key. If you do decide to drink, try to keep it to a minimum and avoid binge drinking. Moving on to our daily diet, it's no secret that processed foods often contain harmful substances. Opting for fresh organic produce can greatly reduce your exposure to carcinogens. When cooking, try to avoid high-heat methods like grilling or frying, which can produce harmful compounds. Instead, consider steaming, boiling, or baking your food. It's also important to remember that a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can help protect your body against harmful substances. These foods are packed with nutrients that boost your body's natural defenses. So, the next time you're planning your meals, think about incorporating these items into your diet. Lastly, always stay updated with the latest research and findings on the subject. Organizations like the American Cancer Society, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, and the National Toxicology Program are excellent resources for information. Remember, the key to a healthy life is balance, awareness, and informed choices. Stay safe, stay informed.
Up above you see a video relevant to this. Watch that and it will help your health. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe.